going into this game. They have a nicer looking draft, but after TSpirit kind of identified unique ways to win a game, I really hope they have this confidence themselves now that can push them to really pressure VP once again, and hopefully we get to see VP bleed and lose a series. I want to see a 2-0. I want to see VP actually struggle a little bit more in this group stage.
All right, let's find out if TSpirit can make that happen. We're heading over to our commentary duo of ODPixel and Kyle for game number 2.
Thank you very much, GVS game 2, VP versus Spirit. And Kyle, what are your sort of thoughts now that you have seen that last pick coming into this one? You did like what VP were doing last game round. They had strong lanes. They obviously went on to lose the game, but it was a strong start. Are we going to see that again here from VP?
I think so. Although, I will say I kind of like the Centaur after seeing the PA come out, because, you know, in theory it's a nice matchup against the Ursa, but I don't think that top lane is going to be as easy as it was for them with that CK. So, Collapse, hopefully we'll have a better game. You know, his Bloodseeker, it wasn't like it was a terrible game, but he did start 0-4-0. He wasn't having fun.
Yeah, it was a hard start for Collapse up top. Definitely, yeah. Keep eyes on seeing if he's able to get a cleaner beginning this time round. But it did end up mattering that last game.
The main thing is just I think Poshka's Oracle won't fight as influential. Puck and Morph just get hard saved by you, whereas I think Ursa just doesn't play around and fight as well.
Divine.
But we'll see. This mid matchup is going to be the one I'm watching. Toronto, Tokyo, and the Spirit against them. Should be Monkey King favorite, but it can go both ways. Well, it doesn't really go both ways, but Void Spirit can make plays if you get a couple good remnants.
And again, to sort of go back to talk about it again, the safe win ranger. I mean, do you like this now that you've seen everything come out this game, or do you think he's going to have a hard time, you know, pulling off some of this support win ranger, which of course is a bit of a speciality, not something that we see all the teams doing?
It's pretty much in that Willow category, right? Just sort of off metaphors that really just do the same sort of thing, like high damage in the laning phase, pretty annoying to deal with. Nice block damage. But yeah, it's quite nice against Ursa as well, and even these supports, because you can solo support, and the stun duration is quite nice. You just have to hit the shackles. That's really what it comes down to. So, like my brother always used to say when we were picking him Earth Spirit early, it's like, I love this hero, but you know, every once in a day, you're gonna miss a rock. And back when Kick Rock used to stun, and you might miss a roll. And sometimes it's nice just to have a hero that always hits its spells.
We'll have to see if saves on his A game this game to land those clutch skills.
Huge wave in the middle. DPK be able to apply a little bit of pressure here.
CS Toronto Tokyo is able to pick up underneath the tower. Okay, just on the edge of it there with those denies, getting the range creep as well.
Yeah, mid is honestly already a disaster.
But this is sort of expected between the heroes, right? The Monkey King, he's against a melee hero. He's going to have that sort of...
Yeah, he actually misblocked because he allowed his archer up in front. If you're going to play this lane as Void Spirit, you need to kind of do it as a Puck would do against TA. Pressure the lane, push it in early. Instead, GPK got the double wave, so he was able to deny under tower, and now he has hill control plus a level advantage. It is just the grimmest situation Toronto Tokyo right now.
Does this get any better for the Void Spirit?
Oh, no.
This is sort of the lane?
Oh, no, he's hard lost the lane, just already. It's 11-6 versus 3-1.
Yeah,
this is a disaster.
I mean, you sort of obviously at this stage, you know, you identify that your mid's going to struggle this game as a team. What do you do about this in terms of overall
That's
game?
the problem. You have Oracle Rubik. You don't do anything. No. The draft last game for Spirit won because they had this wild power spike with a massive amount of magical burst. You don't have that here. Nice shack. In fact, you're just losing all your lanes, much like the previous game. But when do you just become unstoppable, right? Like, what item timing just straight up wins the game? I don't see it here.
We'll see if they're able to trip up GPK at all. And this is going to be one ferocious Monkey King coming out of the laning stage, and one rather underwhelming Void Spirit. This continues at this rate, 18-9. against a 7 for 1, and just an incredible rate of farm for this Monkey King. And such a lack of it for the Void Spirit.
He even buys the Orb. Yeah, he'll go for the Orb of Corruption build just because he's far ahead. Toronto Tokyo finally getting his bottle up. Rune control going to be key. He's going to have to check top. Like, we don't get a rune here. Grimmer. And honestly, bottom is just, this is nuts. Toro getting owned. The Wind Ranger factor, really. The
I mean, it is like
Stone.
But I guess at the same time that what Mars is one of the better offlaners to beat into an Ursa in the lane state.
It was a good point from T. Like, why do you use all these bans on offlaners and now there's just a Mars? Like, the VP's still fine with this. It's one of the DM's better heroes. Rune spawn, bottom, Toronto Tokyo, no chance.
Dire structures are fortified.
Oh god. Yes, in the way.
I think if anything, it's a good job for Toronto Tokyo that rune isn't a powerful one, because if GPK was able to get his hands on it, but that mid lane is only going to get even worse. As if it couldn't get any worse anyway. Yeah, it's
out of 50
28 to 12 against the 10 for 1. Definitely one of the most one-sided outcomes we've seen of a laning stage.
It reminds me of the VP of old. You know, a lot of times, if you recall, just, you know, the Tinies, the Kunkas, lifestealers for Ramses, they would just abuse these lanes. And this was back when, you know, denies were just even more powerful. You get the gold bonus, so much XP denied, so that when you win 3 lanes, part of the reason it's so effective.
Lovely. Good old Monkey King. I mean, it's got to feel good now. GPK is going to be pretty comfortable. You know, when you do get that lane matchup and you're able to have this sort of a start, this is the reason why you picked this hero. This is the dream hit for the Monkey King mid.
Yep. The advantage isn't really reflected in the gold yet, but it's the XP. 100 more XP per minute for the Monkey King, and the Mars 60 ahead. Centaur. It's only going to get worse. You need Toronto Tokyo to start rotating. We've seen this from mid 1 a lot back when he was playing for Secret. Sometimes you're playing a Spirit, you just get outlaned, that happens. Get a rune, start making plays. That's really your only hope here.
See bottom, trying to get onto DM, but just sort of save shackles, just stopping any attempt from your Toro to get aggressive onto the Mars once DM throwing spells out.
It's so annoying to play. Like, they have the CM aura too, so spells can be spammed.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Your land not secure.
GPK, he's going in, he's popping the Wukongs. And he's not going to quite, oh, he is going to get it. Kingslayer, he's able to finish it off.
Radiant's middle tower
diving in there.
That's mid tower too, guys.
6 minutes in, the tower is being taken out.
And this is the first 2 Void Spirit,
Radiant's
followed up by a first 2 Monkey King. I mean, you had to know this was a possibility on Team Spirit, and Toronto Tokyo, he just didn't fear the matchup as much as it appears he should have.
Yeah, I guess is this just sort of down to the fact that perhaps Spirit, they just not have the ability to run this hero in a different position? They don't do that as a squad, these players?
Sure, but this is, when we saw this in a series VP played a couple of weeks ago, the GBK Monkey King straight up dominant. This is one of the best players in CIS.
Radiant structures are fortified.
One of the more highly recruited players like in CIS history. Everybody wanted this kid. Now, this is a big part of the reason why. Just utterly dominant. Nearly doubling up his opponent's net worth, and now, as much as like he did a couple weeks ago, it's time to start rotating around.
If they can catch Collapse off guard, as Slayer trying to lead in, but Collapse and Mirror, the safe distance. She looked like this move's going to really pay off. I mean, GPK making that rotation, all he gets really out of it is a small camp.
Reserve reward, though. Slayer there. He had a feeling they must have been something.
Put down bottom DM. Looking to take down Maposhka, the stick charges. It's enough to keep Miposhka safe. They're just going to come with extra TPs down it to try and turn this around. Toro, he's moving into DM. Good shackle from Save to lock down the bear, but it isn't enough to save the Mars. Spirit will take DM out of the bottom lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, able to kite out the hoof stomp. Collapse just doesn't have any options to get out of this. Making sure that he gets the kill as well, GPK. He knows he's the king right now.
This is a clinic.
Dire's
Still not
middle
out of it
tower
by any
is under
means. The
attack.
gold advantage is still relatively negligible. It's just that that mid tower dying so early always freaks you out, right? I think teams have about 80% win rate when you have the mid before the enemy, let alone when it's this early. More of a corruption now with Monkey King, and they're just going to chase her after Mira.
Yep, they've got the opening. Mira is going to try and run. Now they're speedy. And one way, they'll have him. GPK also getting the benefit of building up that Jingu. So might be able to do something with that. Down bottom, though, the TSpirit are doing a good job of continuing to get Yatoro some good early action. Yatoro 2-0-1. His farm's still very much in a good place in the safe lane.
We'll see. Ursa, he's going to go for the Battle Fury. Yep, to be expected. Went the phase first, which I agree with. You got to stay combative in this lane.
Radiant's
Sometimes
middle
we'll see
tower
players
is
sticking
under
to brown
attack.
boots for a little too long and all-inning for that Battle Fury, which would have been unable to compete with this strong Mars. But here comes the smoke. They want to deal with this Ursa ASAP. Goons are incoming. Arena's up.
Radiant are scanning.
That was a kill if he moved a little too.
Let's die things. And they've got everything thrown down onto Yatoro. And they'll straight away move over from Miposhka as well.
Dire's
VP
middle tower
starting
is under attack.
to really get the action going here with the power of GPK's Monkey King, moving him around the map, and they just have perfect setup and ways to enable him with so much control. With these towers, it's just going to be such fast timings on this Monkey King, going for this full fight build, this Turbo Corrosion into Desolator. It's going to be so hard for Spirit's heroes to deal with. This amount of physical damage coming out this early.
Dire's
Yep,
top
and
tower
that's
is under
the
attack.
way, a perfect way really to execute a gank into tower. Bring more than enough heroes. Something I remember
top tower
Fly
is
lecturing us about was how you lost a lot of games trying to defend tier 1 safe lane when you couldn't. And that was a scenario because they brought so many heroes that any teleports pretty much just lead to their death as well. And it's an easy 2-for-0 plus tower. Yeah, you trade the top safe lane, but you don't really mind because you got kills out of it.
Radiant's bottom
The
tower
Roche play
is
is
under
not
attack.
Spirit, but
Yeah.
risky.
Now, this is a smart way. You use those respawns, come straight out onto the map, go immediately for Roche. And it looks like
That courier.
they're going to be able to find this in time.
Attack.
VP's not going to be able to do anything about this one.
Scanning.
I thought they saw the courier flying towards the Roche pit, but they're not going to scout it out.
So
Quite lucky.
a very nice move here from Spirit.
Roshan has fallen.
Making the most of dying down
Radiant's
bottom,
bottom
using
tower is
that
under
chance to
attack.
get back on the map and make a move that VP is not quite prepared to stop.
Now it looks like Tokyo will be the target.
Radiant's bottom
Two
tower
Astrals though,
is
and a
under
DD.
attack.
Got him carefully with your PA.
He's putting back a bit. Nightfall, but they've got him controlled and they've taken him out.
Boschka, that would have been such a sick save.
Just so much damage here that the Frostbite alone was enough to disable him long enough but for them to kill him, even though he had steps and Dissimulates left, he just couldn't get any of them off.
So it's pretty much a repeat of the previous game. VP jump out to this early lead. They win all 3 lanes. Difference is this time Virtus Pro a lot easier to find kills.
Yeah.
They realized the mistakes of the previous game. A Wind Ranger Mars in the off lane will have a
Radiant's middle
significantly
tower is
easier
under
time
attack.
finding slays in comparison to a Willow and a Timbersaw. You'll soon be completed on DM. They just have so many damn stuns.
Radiant's
PA
bottom
as
tower
well can
is
stay
under
very
attack.
active.
And also what last game we saw Spirit have this lineup that allowed for this sort of, you know, a very niche approach of just going full in on burst, 100 to 0ing heroes in the mid game. This lineup,
Dire's
as
middle
sort of
tower
crazy
is
as you
under
could try and look at it with potential item builds, there just isn't quite that this time around. It's a much more traditional game of Dota that they are going to have to play, and that's not going to be easy whilst they're behind.
Certainly not. It's just tough. You don't have map control. So you're smoking out to your own safe lane. You're just trying to get a kill. Will they have it? Close.
Whoa. They won't. And now, I got to be a little careful here with Toronto Tokyo. As he's jumping out to the side, they're going to be chasing. As Knight falls in, ultimate posture. Balance going down onto the two of them. They lock him down with a fast bite. They'll get him. Toronto Tokyo's got Maposhka as well. As this one, it's, as you said, you know, game one was also kind of pretty rough coming out of the laning stage. It's just, this one's sort of on another level. It is a 13-minute Desolator done on the Monkey King.
Thing is, in the previous game, you know, TSpirit, they were just buying time. They had a Death Star under construction. This game, I don't know. They've recruited the Ewoks, but I don't think they're going to be able to come up with something of a sufficient power level to rebalance the galaxy. This is just rough, and they're going to get ran at. I mean, there's so many studs. There's a Desto on the Monkey King. I'm lost for a method of them just doing really anything.
It's definitely tough. Battle Fury on Nightfall. Be able to get his BKB done. Interestingly enough, looks like he will still go for the Deso himself. I mean, of course, he is a PA, but always the one, you know, whether they favor it that much, but they want to be getting two of them on a lineup. That's not something that you see all the time, but obviously still has its strengths. As bottom, another catch. As this time around, this game, Toronto Tokyo, he may have done a good job of being very elusive on the puck in that first game of the series, but this game, 0-4-0.
Oh, yeah.
They're kind of catching him every time.
I mean, there's just nothing you can do. Ursa's taking all of the safe farm. Centaur is being avoided by the Virtus Pro lineup. They are just hunting this Void Spirit with reckless abandon. And yeah, it's the Spirit lineup. They just can't really do anything. They need this blink on Centaur. He went to the Vanguard first, which typically I don't have a problem with, but he's not really able to make space for his team. He's not taking, not really pushing the envelope, and nor can he. Because if he's like hitting this tier 2 as an example and he gets stunned, he's just gonna die no matter how.
My thanks will come later, when you least expect it.
Blink is up though, so should be able to, theory, find some kills.
Okay.
Play with the Ursa.
I mean, it is, oh yeah, and they're going to try that top. They're going to jump on stage, they've got the burst.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Same time mid though.
Dire's
Oh, no,
top
not
tower
again.
is
He's
under
got to be so
attack.
careful. DM is, if he was close enough to get that catch after the steps, there would have been that concern of being dropped out. But Arena was still on cooldown. 10 seconds until it's back up. DM.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Same deal. They want to 4 outposts. Give you that 20-minute XP.
They just will time out now for Utoro, so I'll see VP try and step it up even more now.
Radiant's
they are
bottom
going to have
tower
this
is
window
under
where they're
attack.
still very strong against this Ursa that isn't quite fully prepared to turn up and fight back.
I like that ward. Me too. Making the best of the best situation, really. What map control you can.
They're trying to go on GM,
Oh, nice.
and they've got him.
All right.
Good move there. I mean, as you said, that ward getting a lot done. As I guess DM, well, he did sort of show his face as well, but
Dire's
just
top
giving
tower is
the
under
information
attack.
Spirit needed to know that that wasn't a bait,
Yep.
that the DM was
Radiant's
purely
bottom
alone.
tower is under
That's something
attack.
you'll see Nick would do really well. A lot of teams kind of get stuck in the habit of warding as if they were ahead. But if you watch Kuro, there'll be games where his team is pretty much getting dumpstered, but he'll have great vision on his side of the map, and they'll engineer their moves to be made in response.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well done by Spirit.
Radiant
Just that, although I think he was a
structures
little
are
slow on the Yules. Nightfall. Hello.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And goodbye.
My thanks will come later, when you least
For
expect
Ursa
it.
now, so
Dire are
those
scared.
sort of plays from the two of them with collapse are going to be a lot cleaner
Dire's
Question of
top
whether
tower
VP is going
is
to give them
under
the
attack.
opportunities. Is VP
Radiant's bottom tower
the full
is
5
under
of them
attack.
down in? Looking quick tier
Radiant's
2s here,
bottom tower
3-18
has
minutes.
fallen.
And pretty much having the money for the BKB to be done on the Monkey King. We
Radiant's
do see as
middle
well,
tower
okay.
is under
Nightfall,
attack.
he is going to end
Dire's
up
top
with death, so I
tower
mean,
has fallen.
do have the deaths on the Monkey King. BKB is just much more powerful, allowing him to get in there. Him and GPK on the front lines, they're going to have
Dire's
nothing.
top tower
The Ursa's
is
going to
under
try and
attack.
turn. Maybe he has a chance of beating into GPK, but he gets the ult out. He's going to have the boosted armor, and of course the PA constantly with that evasion. It's going to make it very unlikely that
Dire's
Spirit
top
have
tower
the
is under
physical
attack.
focus to take these cores down.
Radiant's
I think
middle
the
tower
timing
is under
is-
attack.
You'll have a BKB around the same time anyway, but you just never need double death. So
No,
I would have.
it would have been weird.
I think an Ags could have been a possibility.
He's
as well.
going back for it though. He's going back. I feel like, but as you say, do you really need the double dash? Is it not more valuable for Nightfall to just get the bash in it?
I would say yeah, Basher or Ags. I actually think Ags is quite nice in games like this where you're
Yeah, we
really
saw
trying to blow up
Matsu
the
have a
support.
great game with
Yeah.
it the other day. Yeah.
Sean, not available. Reading your
It's collapsed there. They've got to let him go here. Spear off the mark. And it might actually matter as they're able to pop the stampede and they're getting onto DM. They're moving in with the Ursa, trying to bring DM down. DM's going to limbo. He's out the side. They will manage to jump forward and finish him off there. A buyback comes out from Mira. As VP, they're trying to chase them as the crits coming from Nightfall. The foul strike comes crashing out from GPK as it's a triple kill, ultra kill for the Monkey King.
dude. Okay, he is so good on this Monkey King.
When you least expect it.
A loss so small,
Regular Wayne
hardly
with
notice.
the angles, like recognizing where the bounces will go, hopping to the left, double stuns galore. Again, similar to what he did. Will he have time for the rampage? Oh, Nightfall steals him.
I think you're right. That would have actually been the rampage. That would have been within time.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But here we have it again. I mean, it looks like a bit of a mess design. DM whiffs the combo, gives this opportunity for things to turn around. But I guess in reality, this worked out for VP because certainly Spirit, they were given that false sense of, hang on, we can maybe try and take this fight.
The problem is they don't have like real damage. You can even see like Ursa blink Battle Fury. You're not strong enough, kid. You can kill a Mars, sure, but he was half HP and pow. And then the shackle.
GPK's feeling it. I mean, he knows this sort of game. I mean, it does just go to show. I mean, obviously, him getting the hero is one thing, but setting him up a lane where you know you're not going to have a good time against this Monkey King. As we really just seen Toronto taking on the Void Spirit. He struggled. It was not a fun matchup to play Void Spirit into the Monkey King. And you're doing that against GPK, he's just going to do the world
Radiant's
with
top tower is under
that sort of
attack.
lead that he gets.
It reminds me, I can't remember the game. There was, I think it was Nigma had first 2'd Weeha TA into a puck first 2. The puck still went mid. The puck got obliterated. And everyone questioned, you had to see that coming. What are we doing here? And same story. You can't, I mean, GPK Monkey King is strong enough. Then you give him a free matchup. It's like, well, how do
Radiant's
you
top
expect to win a
tower
game?
has fallen.
I mean, that's the thing as well. Do you sort of necessarily look at the other heroes of Spirit and think to yourself, oh, okay,
Radiant's top
that's what they
tower
were
is
going
under
for,
attack.
knowing that this Monkey King was going to have a good start. They've got good ways to kill him, or do you not really find that?
I think, again, maybe you just can't do it, but if the Void Spirit goes offlane and the Centaur is some other hero that just gives them some kind of power level. I mean, I was hoping for a Viper. Doing that break mechanic against the Monkey, like, give something that shifts the balance of power. Because right now, when you lose 3 lanes like this against VP, there's no spike where you feel comfortable or confident. They got Aegis. They snuck an Aegis and still didn't cross the river. And
Dire are scared.
now it's just going to get tired. He'll have a Pistol Student. He'll have Aegis. She's on GPK.
Mid. Damn, he's already starting to fight off. Got the arena down, he's able to lock down collapse. They're moving on to the Centaur collapse. He cannot escape this. Can you catch anything else, Mira? Out with the TP. Just a Spirit will make it away, but still. It's the Centaur down. VP
Oh, no,
can continue to
Mapochka.
control the map completely. Mapochka walked into this.
blinked. Enough time to take him out. Yeah, he... 720, but... You know, in the previous game, it felt like there was a path back for Spirit. This is just VP twisting the
Radiant's
knife.
middle tower has fallen.
Certainly upset they dropped their first
courier
map
has
of this
been
DPC. Making a
Radiant's
statement.
top tower is under
You got
attack.
us one time, kid, but not again.
I mean, because you got to imagine what for VP as a squad, they're probably be having quite serious talks after that game one. Right?
Oh yeah, you need to see by their faces when we swap to the cams. The cheap keys having fun, but everybody else very serious. Stone
Radiant's
face.
top tower is under
This is
attack.
not a squad that likes to lose.
Quite able to get that angle, yeah.
I also do believe that until this map, I think there might have been a team in no SEA, no Neon has dropped the game. They were, I believe, the only undefeated on maps as well team left in the DPC.
Oh, they've lost that now.
And that is no longer their Sahol.
That is to say, what team like VP, that's something that they care about. You know, that's sort of just clean sheet.
Oh, I mean, going back to, again, that legendary squad. Remember that summit they won by not repeating heroes the entire event? Same mentality. Like VP, the demise of that original roster, didn't really have that same luster until they promoted the old Prodigy stack to their main, and it does feel like they're back. As is Nabi though. TIS stronger now than it's been.
Not for sure, definitely. Yeah, at least the top two.
Damn it,
But it's
I almost said
Beast Coast.
I thought Beast Coast to drop the map, but I suppose I'm incorrect. Whoever is doing stats, can't you just let me have that one? Why you gotta go on camera in front of everybody? Just gonna tell them how I'm wrong?
What do you mean? He's...
Oh my god.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Excellent.
Can't get
Radiant are
the
scanning.
Scotty soon. This is again different game. VP, yeah, they've got a lead. They're gonna continue to grow it, but you notice their net worth is continuing to expand. It was not the same the previous game where it's
Oh, but Kyle, last game.
What?
The E-Blaze, get the veil. Let's try it again, he says. Let's go. Let's get the burst online. It worked last game.
They have an Ursa.
E-Blade Ursa. Let's go. He's an Agi hero. It works. Anything can work here. But at least E-Blade on the Void Spirit. Toronto Tokyo saying this is how we did it. We deleted heroes. We have burst. We're able to just take someone out of the fight straight away.
Good luck to you. Collapse. You're in danger. Will they? Oh. Nice blink. VP hunting. Missile on the way to our Phantom Assassin. All of TSpirit stuck inside the base. They do have a B key. I love this from Toro. Look at what's queued up.
They're in Toro. Gonna try and turn over the water save, but now he's outside the base. He doesn't have the BKB in the range for life, but he's been stunned. He's straight into the tree. They're bursting down before he can get either of them off. There's actually Toro gone. He's down without buyback.
Is under attack. Radiant structures
We'll see it again here. The quick kills straight off the bat, and then this play here. Yatoro, BKB in Enrage, he just doesn't get the chance. That spear coming in off the back of the Yules leaves no opportunity to get either of those potential moves out of the Ursa.
One of my favorite. I mean, I'm surprised we don't see more Mars lane. It seems just not willing to first to it in comparison to some of these other offlaners. You have one of the few, I don't know what the term would be, perfect stuns, unstoppable stuns, you know, immune to opposing magic spells, what have you, because the perfect Yules into spear, you can't BKB, you can't phase shift, there's nothing you can do, you are just dead. And you can see they used to great effect there against BKB Ursa, but before he died, I was going to say Yatoro, he had that rapier queued up. I don't think he's going to get it, but it's the right idea, because you need it. It's True Strike.
You got to jump and kill someone. Hey, you're not doing that with any other item in this game.
Nope. Yules up on to save. Also with the gem. Tranquil Boots. I'd love to say it's still anybody's game, but this really just feels like VP
Dire's
playing
top
with their
tower
food.
is under attack.
Sweeping the map, trying to find anybody that they can. Collapse. Careful. Oh, they canceled the play. They find him. Toronto, Tokyo.
They found him.
Let them bleed!
And they've got him. It's relentless there with their hunt into the trees, VP.
Hey, but he's on the board. I'd rather 1 and 6 comparison to 0-4. Started off even worse. And if it's unfortunate, this is just kind of the state of the game at the moment. All you can really do if your team spirit, when this game ends, you go say, okay, what are we gonna swap around for game 3? Lanes. 2 games in a row now. You've lost 6 out of 6 lanes. That can't happen at this level.
Well, here we have Spirit trying to come out, but Save is going to be able to set things up onto Collapse with the shackle. As the Centaur
He's just stunned.
has no chance.
Radiant's top
Can't
tower
get a
is
spell
under
off.
attack.
VP
Radiant's
taking the
top
towers
tower has fallen.
24-7, 20,000 gold lead. All outer towers gone. They're
Radiant's
ready to
top
start
tower
approaching
is
the
under
high ground.
attack.
Spirit, this time round, it's certainly a rough one. A buyback will come out from Collapse. VP, he'll give it some respect here. See you, Toro. Progress being made on that radio.
Dire are scanning.
Demon Edge picked up. A little bit of a way to go.
Radiant are
Actually
scanning.
as well, Toronto Tokyo completely replayed. He's got his item done now on the Void Spirit.
Okay.
Bounty.
I believe Owen. My question is, will this be used offensively in this game?
I think it's going to be defensive, right? But then at the same time, what we saw, Nightfall, he pretty much had it nullified, didn't he? He's close to having the goal for it. So suddenly, if it is going to be used defensively, it's not going to do a whole lot.
This'll come in handy.
Sword, the PA. Oracle with the Ghost Scepter, but again, the Nullifier is going to come out. A Ghost Scepter on the Rubik too? No! They think they're safe. Not going to be safe.
They're gonna smoke up with the Sea Blade. Maybe see if they can get an opportunity to use it offensively. So VP not in positions that's going to leave them vulnerable at all.
I appreciate, Yatoro trying to keep spirits high, constantly playing the symbols, but I do believe a rendition of Haps would be more appropriate. As this Radiant side leaves their base for the first time in a while, DM is waiting in the wings, has his BKB available as well. And yeah, they don't have the gun. They killed the ward, but it's like, I don't know, guys. Do we really want to do this? VP across the map asking the same question. Do you really want to do this? And they say no. We like our bait. It's warm.
Chill out for this next rush. It's about to be up, and this is going to be the third one. Let's see if they get themselves lucky with the Yags, or it's going to be, it's going to be a refresher charge. I guess they've got some chance here to utilize that. GPK for 2 rounds, the Wukongs, DM for 2 rounds of the arena. Of course, this will be an easy rush. An easy rush for VP.
He's got 2 salves in his inventory. He's prepared. There'll be an Oracle ult. He salves, he earns, he saves. However, the fact that he's the mid player and it's 32 minutes in the game is a little concerning, but he will camp this ward. He's ready.
I mean, is he though? He's got to be careful if they...
He's no longer ready.
He's got to run.
Back to the base.
VP. Spirit, man, better stay up there on the high ground. Interesting is that Nightfall, he went for all the defensive talents. Phantom Rage, Pass,
health, blur evasion. Don't need more corruption. Just stay alive.
Using that E-Blade offensively onto Nightfall, trying to slow down the opportunities he has to attack.
Still got Glyph.
Radiant structures
down.
are fortified.
Base made for Yatoro. He's gonna have the rapier.
Radiant's middle
has he
tower
got it?
is under
It's
attack.
100 gold.
Radiant's middle tower
more camp.
has fallen.
I mean,
He's on a ward though.
Oh, he's got it.
Get
Right.
out. Get out.
Okay, rapier
Radiant's middle
online. Let's
barracks
go.
are under attack.
They could turn around the first game. This one definitely on another level.
24,000 gold.
I mean, Yatoro, he did pull out some insane work. But here it is, GPK. He's off to the side, he's away. But they took GPK down. That's the Monkey King gone from the push, and now Yatoro's looking to watch Kingslayer. And they'll get him. 2 kills off the back of a successful defense here from Spirit. Can Yatoro do it? He picked up the rapier last game on the morph, and he put in the work. This time round, it's definitely the difficulty level has been notched up quite a bit, but maybe Yatoro can do it again here.
This is he's effectively changed this game. We're not playing Dota anymore. We're playing Dark Souls on the hardest difficulty.
Oh yeah. Dark Souls, sort of one-handed, blindfolded.
Yeah.
That's what this is for Yatoro now.
You die, this game is done for. There's no respawn.
Playing on a console,
Dyer's middle
with
tower
bicycle
is under
power as
attack.
well. It's
Dire are scanning.
and without a TV plugged in. That's what he's doing here.
Hey, he can use the force.
Can he do it?
Has the quiver. The burst damage this man can output is nuts.
big. It is big.
Radiant
And I
are
like that
scanning.
they're playing to win. Like, they're not giving up. They ceded advantage after advantage, but they have something that activates the Oracle. Suddenly, this Ursa, like, he represents enough damage to put some fear into VP. It's not just over.
Michael's got a DD.
Oh, no.
He's got a DD rune. He's coming in. He's over. He's looking for Mapochka. He's trying to run. He's still alive here, Mapochka. They turn with the E-Blade onto Nightfall. Nightfall will get the kill. They also catch collapse in the arena. It's the best interest of the rest of Spirit to get out of there. Mira's trying to get out Yatoro and Toronto Tokyo.
Oh, no buyback on either player. In fact,
Radiant's
VP will know they have no
middle barracks
buyback
are under
because
attack.
they use them if someone's keeping timers. If they just go down here.
I think they might. Or, I mean, they can play it safe and just go for the Megas if they want.
Yeah, they got
middle
Wukong.
barracks has fallen.
We see at the moment, not returning to base quite yet. Wukong's just down. Yeah.
No blip.
Radiant's top
VP.
tower has fallen.
They will borrow as we get the Megas. They're going to get kills as well.
No.
Jump over towards Mira. Mira does have
Is
buyback.
under attack.
These racks are going down. VP, Megas are out.
Radiant's top barracks has
All
fallen.
right.
The Dire
Okay.
now have
So what does this do to the
Dyer's
difficulty now for
top tower
Yatoro?
is
This
under
is hard.
attack.
How's it get harder?
Yeah, he's got a program Dark Souls as well.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Now, Michael Sky is going to jump into the red like Yatoro. He's on the GPK, but GPK falls to the side. Yatoro turns and takes another one down for the match over there. Going to bring down 9-4. Jump going to go down the wall. Yatoro gets the kill. He's trying to back away. The battle strikes down. Yatoro's in a whole world of trouble and he will go down. As Yatoro falls, he's out for 90 and they know it's over. GG is called. This time round, GPK and the boys coming in at full force. Smiles out at the end there. GPK, you definitely enjoyed that game, GPK. That was